and those participating to speak to the issue in sequences. So we are not just going to have one speaker speaking for longer hours. So the speakers have opportunity to speak as many times as possible, as to be able to intervene, and the same thing also the contributors. So that at the end of the day, we can be in a position to have some understanding on what we have to do. But one thing that is clear, or should be clear to all of us, is that our country cannot continue in this way. We must have a way to decide on what we want for our country and what we want the leadership of our country at any time to respond to. Not as the select leadership to impose on us whatever their own will or interest are. So formally the symposium is open, and in no particular order, I will first invite coverage. So in 10 minutes, make his intervention. Coverage Falana, please.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank the JAF for this timely meeting to cross-fertilize ideas on the state of the nation by reviewing the policies of the Bola Tinubu administration that have been described as courageous by members of the ruling class and imperialism. This courage has not been shown with respect to the affairs of the masses, have not been shown in the interest of our people. Let me start by disabusing your minds with respect to certain misguided propaganda oozing out of power. First of all, the demonization of subsidy is unacceptable. Subsidy is a measure adopted by any modern state to cushion the effect of policies that are inimical to the interests of the majority of people. Under the Constitution, Section 16 of the Constitution, is clearly provided that the economy of Nigeria shall be managed by the government in the interests of the Nigerian people. Accordingly, the wealth of Nigeria shall not be concentrated in the hands of a few people or a group. We didn't write the Constitution here. But that was the summary of the wishes of our people. As far back as 1970s, that provision has been in the Constitution. Section 18 of that Constitution, which is still the 1999 Constitution, provides that the government shall provide free affordable education from primary to university as and when due. It's there. It's free education. So people should not apologize for demanding for free education. When you are told, oh, no government can fund education. No government can. It's bullshit. There's a country called Cuba. A country of about 12 million people. It has no oil, it has no cocoa, it only relies on tourism and sugar. Cuban sugar. I mean, cigarettes. but essentially on tourism. Because of the prioritization of the interests of the people in Cuba, it is free education at all levels, from primary to university. Every child, every citizen is entitled to free health in that country. Whatever operation that is going to be carried out, as a matter of fact, this is not what I read, this is what I've seen. And by the way, I just came from Cuba. Every home now knows its doctor. Where you have your watch there, they have clinics. In other words, you only refer to the hospital if the family clinic cannot handle your health situation. That country is not rich at all. But with the wealth of our country, the constitution is saying the wealth of Nigeria shall be deployed to provide welfare and security for the Nigerian people. So that's number one. America is the bastion of capitalism. America subsidizes agriculture, subsidizes energy. America has what they call this reserve, strategic reserve. Anytime the price of crude oil goes beyond $100, America will release fuel into the market. That's America. In some parts of the world today, in the Scandinavian countries, you can Google them. In Norway and those countries, they are closing down prisons now. Do you understand? Because young people are no longer going to prison. They are turning prisons into museums. You can Google. You can Sweden and those countries in Europe. So when they come here and tell you, oh, government has no business in business, I beg your pardon. What is the business of government? Why are you in government if you are not going to regulate business? And by the way, the government invests in business. Do you understand me? So when they are unable to manage the affairs of the country, they then want to punish you, either because smugglers are taking fuel out of the country. So why do you have government if smugglers cannot be dealt with? Or they tell you fuel is cheaper in Nigeria than put on Benin Republic or Cameroon. But we have fuel in abundance. Why should Nigerian people suffer? Why are you not comparing us with Saudi Arabia? That also has oil. Why not Venezuela? That also has oil. Why are you comparing Nigeria with countries with Africa? But now let us come to subsidy. What they call subsidy in Nigeria is a confirmation of the responsibility of the government to fix our refineries and build new ones and earn money for the country. Nigeria is the only oil producing country without functional refinery. Only oil producing country. Secondly, why are you punishing the Nigerian people for your inability to curb smuggling, to curb oil theft? Our oil quota is 1.8 million barrels of crude oil per day. We are barely producing 1 million barrels per day. So the rest is stolen. Who buy? Not the masses of our people. You can't steal oil if you are not a multinational corporation with the connivance of some people in the military and in the government. And that is what is going on. The government has just discovered through Tom Polo, a non-state actor, that a pipeline had operated for 9 years. And that pipeline, through that pipeline, 40,000 barrels of crude oil had been stolen for 9 years. And that pipeline belongs to Shell and OIC. shared only defense that we are not aware. How can you say that you are not aware of your pipeline? So we're now being punished, the masses are being punished for oil theft, for air smuggling, and criminal inflation of the amount of fuel consumed by Nigeria. The NNPC claims it is 68 million liters per day. The customs service says no, you are lying. The immediate past minister of petroleum, the state minister of state, Mr. Timbre Silva, says that is NNPC is a criminal enterprise. So we are therefore saying that subsidy is a necessity in every government, every country. Okay, education is subsidized, health is subsidized. Otherwise, the government will not build schools. Just say let everybody go to go and build schools. Let everybody go and build hospitals. But because it is the responsibility of the government to cater for the health and education of our people, hence schools are built, educational facilities, health facilities are built by the government. But let me just say this. For our people, what has happened in town is that neoliberal policies are being fully implemented in our country. And so far, the two organizations that are pressing the Buhari and the Tinubu administration are IMF and World Bank. Now, quote me on this. Many of these policies are illegal. Quote me on it. There's no provision for floating around under the Central Bank Act. Quote me on it. By virtue of Section 16 of the Central Bank Act, the Central Bank shall devise a mechanism for determining exchange rates in Nigeria. I'm quoting. By virtue of Section 20 of that same Central Bank, the legal tender in Nigeria shall be naira and kobo. So it's illegal and criminal to spend dollars in Nigeria. Let me therefore warn Labour and the progressive extraction of the civil society. You'll be deceiving yourself if you're asking for only minimum wage. If you pay 100,000 naira today as minimum wage or 200,000 naira as minimum wage, it is meaningless as long as you don't control your economy. Because this regime, the Buhari and I call them APC government, when they came on board in 2015, the naira to dollar was 197. Today, it's over 800 naira to $1. And our economy is import oriented. I'm coming later to let you know what other countries are doing now to fight the dominance of dollars. While we are still worshipping dollar here, I therefore submit that as long as the dollarization of the Nigerian economy continues, nobody can stop inequality and poverty in Nigeria. Poverty is going to increase phenomenally. Today, there are 133 million people who live below starvation wages. So when they are saying, we are going to make palliatives available, which palliatives that will be swept away by your dollarized economy? So please, it's not about palliatives. And when I come on board later, there are statutory palliatives that we are not enforcing. So when this battle is not an open battle, it's going to be a battle for the control of the entire economy of Nigeria by Nigeria. So let me end by saying that without addressing the political economy of our country, we are wasting our time. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Falana. That's just the dimensions of the crisis that have been foisted on us.